All right, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Adaptive PE channel. We have Arlene McCarthy's sixth installment of yoga today. And it's on you, Arlene.
All right, good morning, everybody, and welcome. And today I thought we would focus a little bit on balance. And this is, a discombobulating time, a time of unsettling. And so I thought just really kind of coming back to balance, and both a physical balance, but also our emotional, psychological balance, kind of all intertwined. So before we get started, I just want to make sure that you all have a chair near you or something to hold on to. So it could be a counter, kitchen counter, or it could be even a corner in a wall, where the walls come together. Just somewhere where you'll feel safe. Especially if we start to, we will be standing on one leg, versus the other. So just in preparation. So if you need to take a moment to get yourself set up, go ahead and do that now. All right, and then let's go ahead as we usually do with just the breath. And so going ahead and taking a nice big deep breath, filling up, and then at the top, opening your mouth and letting it all go. And think of these as cleansing breaths, and we'll do two more. So another nice big deep breath, just filling up, letting your belly fill up, your chest. At the top, open your mouth, and then exhale. And we'll do one more. Nice big deep breath, expanding the belly, the chest, coming up, open your mouth, and then let yourself go back to your own normal, natural rate of breath. And then let's just focus, for a moment here on standing, all right? And most of these poses today will be in standing, so just kind of starting at the bottom, starting with your feet, and notice the feet on the ground. Maybe shift your weight forward and back, and just notice how far, and I'll turn to the side, how far can you lean forward? How far can you go back? And as you go back and forward, you'll notice that the weight, that your toes change, that as you're coming forward, your toes may start to grip. And as you go back, they lift up. You'll maybe see my feet kind of coming up. And that's perfectly normal. So just being aware of that. And then also you can try going side to side. And I'm going to just point out that I'm on a not firm surface right now. I'm standing on top of a mat, and that makes a difference. So if I come here forward, on the ground, and then try leaning forward and back. So I'll go forward and back. That my ability to do that may change a bit, because this is now a firm surface versus being on something that isn't. So again, just being aware that the surface that you're standing on makes a difference for balance and your ability to even just kind of stand in one spot. Okay, so kind of going back to what we call our mountain pose, thinking about your hands being forward, open, your hips are over your ankles, your belly is engaged, and then your shoulders over your hips. And I'm going to turn to the side once again, and noticing that if when I talk about my belly being engaged, that I can, move my belly inward, so, and contract my muscles here, and I make the curve back here a little bit smaller, versus if I just really let go of my belly, and then that curve gets bigger and my hips tilt forward. So when I say kind of keep your core engaged or keep the belly engaged, I'm talking about keeping your hips in a neutral position, okay, or making this curve back here a little bit smaller. It's still there, but a little bit smaller, okay? And that's really important, again, for balance. All right, so let's go ahead. You're back to your own normal breath. You've been doing that for a while, and let's go ahead and just take a nice big deep breath, open up, take our arms upward, and then just let them come back down this time. Okay, so just keeping it very simple. Again, nice big deep breath. stretching upward. Maybe this time let's flip our palms up, engage the palms and flip them upward as if you're pressing up towards the ceiling with your hands. Check in with your shoulders that they haven't gone up by your ears. And then while you're here, continue with the breath. And then also think about grounding down through your feet at the same time that you are lifting upward with your arms, pressing up towards the ceiling with your hands. Okay, so really stretching, lengthening yourself. And then take a breath here and then let it go and come all the way back down, back to your mountain pose. Okay, just that simple stretch can make a difference in how you feel, and kind of see if you can focus in on that. Okay, has there been any change in how you feel? All right, let's go ahead to that one more time. And now this time you're going to engage the palms, flip them upward, and then take a breath, and on your exhale, let's go ahead and stretch over to the right side. Okay, and just breathe here, lengthening through the side body. Okay, and again, notice how this might affect your balance, okay, and noticing how the weight is maybe just a little bit more on your right foot now versus your left as you're, tilted your body to one side. Okay, on your next in-breath, let's go ahead, come on back up to center. Let's let this go and come on back down with your arms at your sides. Okay, take another breath, we're going back up. Okay, maybe move the hands over just by one finger and flip them upward now. And then once again, check in with your shoulders that they haven't migrated up towards your ears. And then on your next out breath, let's go ahead now and lean to the left. Okay, and hold the pose. Okay, breathing, and then just seeing how your right side body now is stretching, and how the weight on your feet is a little bit different as well. Okay, and do you notice, just how there may be a little bit more weight on the left leg or the left foot. All right, and then on your next in-breath, coming back up to center, and then just releasing all of this. Okay, good. Again, let's just kind of relax the shoulders, clockwise and then counterclockwise. Okay, and now we're gonna keep building on this. Take another nice big deep breath. And then this time, let's go ahead, swan dive down, coming all the way down. All right, and then pause here. Okay, and then let your head, relax. Let your neck relax. And then maybe have a slight bend in your knees. And then you can shake your head yes, you can shake your head no. Trying to release the top part of your body. Maybe you grab the opposite elbow and palm. Okay, and as you're here, maybe shifting, kind of turning side to side a little bit. Okay, and then you can release your hands, and then we're gonna go ahead and come up, ground down through your feet. Bend your knees just a little, engage the belly as you come all the way up, maybe this time looking upward, and then let your hands come back down. Okay. All right, once more, going a little faster. Breath in, swan dive down. Okay, and then this time doing the halfway lift, and then on the out breath, coming back down. Again, grounding through the feet, bending the knees, engaging the belly, coming all the way up, and then hands and arms back down towards your sides. Okay, in preparation for working on one leg, let's go ahead and just kind of wake up our legs a bit, and we're going to move into what's called a chair pose. Okay, so bending the knees a little bit, it's kind of like a squat. Okay, so you get on your side, thinking of as if you were going to sit in a chair, but it's not there. All right, and then your arms are upward. Okay, and you can keep holding that pose. Okay, and then on your next in-breath, go ahead and just come on back up. And then stretching upward and letting that go down. Letting your arms come down. Again, take a breath in, move into your chair pose. All right, and here you're gonna take a breath, and on the out breath, you're gonna let your hands come all the way back, and your palms are gonna be facing upward towards the ceiling in this pose, okay? And here, keeping your chin tucked in, so you don't want your head up. You want to keep your chin tucked in so your neck is nice and long, your back is nice and long. And then once again, on your in-breath, just let your arms come up. We'll go all the way up, okay? And then let the arms come back down. Now we're gonna go through that a couple of times, just taking the arms up and then back as we breathe. So I'm gonna stand, I think, side to the side so you can see maybe a little bit better. So go ahead, take a breath, move into your chair pose. And then as you exhale, let your arms come back. Okay, breathe in, arms up. And then out breath, back, holding it in your legs. Up, in breath, out breath. And then once more, in breath and come all the way up. And then let those arms come all the way back down. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and step off the mat just so that's a little bit more stable here. And then again, having that chair maybe near you, so you may want to hold on or not, but you have it near you in case you need it. And then let's go ahead now and come back to our mountain pose, and we're gonna, continue to breathe. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna shift your weight to the left leg. So when I say shift, I'm moving my body weight over to one leg, and gradually I'm gonna start to unweight the right. So you can just very slowly start to lift the heel of the right foot up, gradually coming up onto your toe, okay? And if you're holding on, maybe if you have your hand, it could just be a fingertip, that can make a difference, or maybe not, okay? And again, with your hands, you can have them here. You could actually even have them here if that feels good to you. I'm gonna go ahead and leave my hands here for now, and then just gradually lift up the right leg, okay? Make sure that you breathe, make sure that you stay tall. If at any point you feel like you're gonna lose your balance, then go ahead, you can use your left, one of your hands to hold on, okay? And then gradually, on an exhale if you can, let that right leg come down slowly, okay? And then maybe shake your legs out a little bit and let your hands back down, okay? Just noticing how that went for you, how that felt. Okay, all right, and so let's now go ahead over to the other side. So if you need to move the chair over, you can. If you, I'm gonna go ahead and do that so that you can see how important that is. All right, and then I'll have it here near me in case I need it. And then take a breath, okay? And you begin by shifting your weight over a little bit to the right, and then gradually unweighting that left leg. Okay, so again, my heel starts to come up first. I'm on my toe, and eventually I'm gonna lift up my left toes, okay? And then I'm gonna just hold them here, breathe. Again, I could have my hands here at my hips. If you want it to be even more challenged, you could even have your hands way up here. And if some of you feel like you really want to be challenged, you can even close your eyes. But that makes it really hard, okay? So I'm gonna not do that because I just lost my balance. But you see, holding onto the chair is fine. And then gradually bringing that left foot back down. Okay, and again, shaking those legs out. Okay, we're gonna do one more thing here. So let's go ahead though, just to kind of let go of that. Let's go ahead, take a nice big deep breath. Swan dive down, halfway lift, and go all the way back down, and then coming up. All right, and then just this time bring your hands through your heart center. All right, now, some of you know what's called tree pose, so we're gonna go ahead and try that. And so again, because I'm gonna start on my left side, I'm gonna move that chair over so it's here. It could be in front of you as well, and that would be totally fine. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and just use one finger here just so you can see how I do use my finger. And then shift your weight over to the left. And now you're gonna start off the same way. So gradually unweighting the right foot. So coming up onto your toe and then slowly lifting. And then for some of you, this would be fine. You could just do the same thing again. However, if you wanna try tree pose, you can turn your leg out. And then maybe, I think for most of you, good to just leave the foot below the knee instead of trying to raise it way up here. So I'm gonna just show it to you this way, okay? And then here, all that lifting that we did earlier, you wanna kind of keep your belly engaged, keep your chest lifted, think of your head, kind of reaching up towards the ceiling. And then just hold this if you can. If not, you can hold on. Again, you can put your hands here, okay? Breathe. And then slowly bring that right leg in, and let it slowly come back down. Okay, and then you can release your hands. And if you notice, I'm not looking at the camera because I'm going to get distracted, that one of the things that you can do to help your balance is to have your eyes focused on something. So I've had my gaze down in order to maintain my focus and concentration. So again, just something I forgot to mention earlier. So again, we've got to do the other side. So we're going to go ahead, come on back over here. Okay, start off the same way. Take a breath, get nice and tall, engage the belly, lift upward, and then gradually unweighting the left foot now. I'm going a little bit faster, coming up, and then, you can take that left foot on below the right leg, just below, or below the knee. And again, you can have one finger, you can have your hand on a chair, it could be out here. You could, again, hands here, hands on hips, hands up, or eyes closed, which I'm not going to do. Okay, and then gradually coming back, bringing that left leg inward, and then slowly, if you can, bringing it back down to meet the left. And then once you're here, kind of just shaking everything out, letting it all go, because it's hard. And then let's just end all this with taking a nice big deep breath. And then we're going to go ahead, swan dive down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, back down. Come on up all the way. And then bring your head through heart center. Pausing here. Grateful for the ability to meet together this way through YouTube. And also just grateful for the technology that allows us to continue to practice in these unbalancing times and to focus on our balance and equanimity too. All right, namaste.
That's a very good point. Imagine if this was the 1970s or even the 80s or even the early 90s. We would not be able to reach out to you remotely and have these beautiful digital technology at your fingertips. All right, so once again, this is the Adaptive PE channel. Don't forget to subscribe and click the like button and leave a comment if you'd like, all right? Thank you and have a wonderful day.